Well, the latest now from Israel. The Jewish state is now gearing up for potential multi-front war. Days after a devastating onslaught from Gaza's Hamas regime, over 1,200 Israelis have been killed in the Hamas attack so far. On the other hand, more than 950 people have been reported killed in Gaza, which has come under intense bombardment from Israel's retaliatory strikes. Israel has also reported killing some 1,000 Hamas militants who infiltrated the Israeli territory since October 7th. In the latest now, the former Hamas chief Khalid Mashal has called for protests across the Muslim world on Friday in support of the Palestinians. Mashal also called on neighboring countries like Jordan, Syria, Lebanon and Egypt to join the fight against Israel. The call from former Hamas leaders came shortly after Israeli Defense Minister declared that a full-blown ground offensive in Gaza is in the offing. He said that Israel started the offensive from the air, which will be followed by a ground assault. Gallant was speaking to Israeli troops near the Gaza fence, where the Israeli forces say some 300,000 soldiers have now been deployed. Israeli forces have pounded the Islamic University of Gaza with a heavy airstrike. The latest strikes come amid concerns around mounting civilian casualties as Israel indiscriminately has bombarded the densely populated Gaza Strip. Over 2,300 such airstrikes have been carried out so far on what Israel says are Hamas's hideouts. Gaza authorities have just have also said that 30 people were killed in that particular strike overnight. Hamas also has confirmed that the death of some of its top commanders in these strikes as well. But the militant group has nonetheless threatened to begin executing hostages if Israel continues to strike civilian households without prior warning. Hamas is holding up to 150 hostages. These include both Israelis and foreign nationals. Civilians in Gaza, on the other hand, are scrambling to flee the narrow strip of land which has now been blockaded completely by Israel. Egypt, on its part, is moving to contain the mass exodus of Gazans into its soil. Egypt's military has taken up new positions close to the border between Egypt and Gaza and was running patrols to monitor the area. Israeli bombardments have already halted crossings at the only exit point from the Palestinian enclave. Amid attacks and counter-attacks, the Israeli forces have confirmed the arrival of the first tranche of advanced ammunition from the U.S. The U.S. aid has arrived in Israel as President Joe Biden called the attacks by Hamas an act of sheer evil. The U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, meanwhile, is also set to visit Israel on Thursday to meet with senior Israeli leaders in a show of solidarity and support. At least 14 U.S. citizens have also been killed in this unprecedented attack, and several others are still missing or have been taken hostage.
Is their own determination.
And our correspondent Jody Cohen has sent us this report from a bomb shelter in Ra'ana in Israel. Take a look.
So this is another community bomb shelter, and it's right next to a nursery school. There's a playground here, little playground. So anybody, I mean, the schools are obviously shut at the moment, but anybody who is here during regular times, not of war, if there's a sudden attack, then they can run, or if they're here playing and there's suddenly an attack, then they can come in and the public bomb shelter is open. I'll just take you in here. So there's seems to be one toilet here, fire extinguisher, and there's some stairs to go downstairs to make it safer to be underground. Okay, so this is an escape route to get out if you need to from another way. It's just a plain room. There's not a lot here. Somebody's put an old sofa here, and yeah, there doesn't appear, just a plain room, but it's a safe place to go to underground if the kids in the nursery school or anybody playing in the little playground next door, if there's a siren, they can run here. But right now, all the schools are shut, all the nursery schools, universities, everything's shut, and people are advised to stay near the shelter. The roads down south are closed. We're hearing of further infiltration attempts in the south and in the north as well. And so that's the priority right now of the Israel Defense Forces, is to stop Hamas militia from Gaza in the south and Islamic Jihad in the north, stop them coming into the country, and also to find anyone still in hiding from Hamas that's within Israel.